It's Eric Bakker, the naturopath. Thanks for coming back. Let's talk about some of the signs, particularly the subtle signs, the not so obvious in your face signs that you might have inflammation in your body right now. Okay, you'll probably relate to a few of these. If you're going to relate to all of them, you've got a big problem. But if you're going to relate to one or two, I can imagine many people will. Okay, first one is feeling tired all the time. So waking up in the morning and just feeling tired, just feeling washed out day after day. You may get a day where you don't feel tired, but you know, in spite of sleeping for 7 or 8 hours, you wake up and you just feel wasted, like you've just run a marathon. Okay, that can be a sign. All right? Poor energy production in the body can come from many reasons, but often it can also be a sign of underlying an inflammatory condition that's prohibiting the production of energy in the body for a whole bunch of reasons. Right? Second one is aches and pains, subtle aches or pains. Now, me being 60, if I went to a doctor and said, oh, I got a sore hip or I got a sore this, and then the guy or the lady would say, well, what do you expect? You're getting older. But come on, man. Lots of people my age have got no aches or pains whatsoever. Lots of people in their 20s or 30s have got aches or pains everywhere, okay? So age doesn't necessarily guarantee or be an indication that you're going to have to get like arthritis or pains all throughout the body. That's a load of crap. All right? I've seen so many people over the years, even older people in their 80s, that had no arthritis at all. Excuse me, that had no blood pressure, that had no diabetes, no blood sugar dysregulation, no joint pain, no brain fog, none of those typical inflammatory signs. So let's get it straight. Age does not always guarantee you're going to have a major problem with inflammation. Okay, you could have it at any age. All right. So aches or pains, yeah, they can be subtle. They can be very, very subtle. It can be just small, like pinches in the nerve you're getting recurrently in different body parts. It can be a joint, you know, like the thumb joint can be sore, aching for days. It could just be a knuckle. It could be your neck, but something's going to ache, all right? And this is what we commonly find with chronic inflammation. The third one, ongoing digestive issues, bloating, gas, constipation or diarrhea, low-grade tummy pain, appetite can be gone. Okay, this is a typical sign of low-grade inflammation. Bacteria in the gut help to keep inflammation low. All right. Well, inflammation is necessary. Okay, especially if you have a fall or something, so because it allows your body to heal. But chronic, ongoing inflammation is not good. All right. The fourth one, lymph nodes. So there could be a cervical here around the neck. There could be in the groin, okay, there can be different parts of the body, but if you can feel lymph nodes, if they're very sore or rubbery or hard, you need blood testing. You need to get checked out what's going on there, because that's definitely a sign of inflammation. A little bit less than subtle, it's probably more obvious rather than subtle. Okay, number, what's that, 1, 2, 3, 4, fifth one is brain fog. Okay, now your brain needs plenty of B vitamins, it needs folic acid, it needs a whole lot of minerals and vitamins to function properly. Poor bowel production, for example, of B1, B2, B3 can lead to brain fog. So if your bowel's not making enough of the good B vitamins, which is very common with so many people, you can slide into brain fog. Magnesium issues can cause brain fog too, but brain fog often is an indication there's some type of low-grade inflammation going on, often in the gut. The next one is skin outbreaks. So the skin should be clear, should be clean. You should not have like outbreaks all over your body, on your face, on your hands or your arms. That's another sign of inflammation, is a skin problem. The next one is heartburn, which is a little bit more obvious than the ongoing digestive issues, but regular heartburn is a sign of inflammation in the gut. All right? Headaches, the following one, okay, dull, low-grade headaches, especially if they're not caused, you know, through eye problems. You've had your eyes checked out, it's an ocular thing, then it could be a sign of low-grade inflammation. And the headaches are usually very dull, they're not very obvious ones. And you'll often find the headaches come also with fatigue. The next one is low-grade sore throats, okay, but it could also be low-grade sinus, like blocked nose all the time, or just a little bit of a sore throat, or just a tiny pain in the ear, or things like that, particularly around the head region. This is quite common, again, with low-grade inflammation, is to have that sore throat. They can be sometimes sore for weeks or months, even years on end. All right, again, blood test required. And the last one, the 10th one, is you're not happy. Excuse me. How could you not be happy? If you've got inflammation going on and you're tired and you've got headaches and you've got all these problems, you're not going to be a happy chappy, or a happy girly. You're going to be pretty crappy, not happy. So yeah, emotional stuff can come into it. There can be anxiety coming into it, or depression. Excuse me. It's not my sore throat. We've got a big tree out the front covered in pollen, and it's just thrown pollen out all over the place. So I'll be blowing my nose and sneezing for the last few days. Inflammation? Yeah, possibly. Time to get the neighbour's tree cut down, I think. Anyway, thanks for tuning in. Think carefully about those 10 signs and symptoms if you've got any of those. And also ask yourself the question, if you've got these, what is your gut like? If your gut's in particularly not a good place, or your diet, it's time to do something about it. Thanks for tuning in.